Yeah, definitely. It's a little bit of a. It's probably why I've never switched because it was always a little different than what I was used to. But they made it pretty good. So it's actually. I think there's still a few little tweaks I'd like, but for the most part, it's really comfortable. And I asked the guys. I said, "Do I look any younger or faster in it?" They said yes. So I feel like I might keep it. Well, everything is, it's like, you've seen something a certain way for a long period of time. So I like, as much vision as possible, the peripheral vision. It's all important. It all matters. So, yeah, just making sure it's kind of similar to what the experience has always been. And like I said, there's still some tweaks to go, and I'm working it out. But overall, I mean, hopefully the helmets provides more protection. And been wearing a very old helmet for a long period of time, but it's worked pretty well too. So that's why I haven't been. I've been a little hesitant to change. Yeah, definitely. And there's got to be obviously some protection over here because fingers can get you know hasn't happened too often in my career, but I've had a few hands get through the mask a little bit, and typically quarterbacks have much more open like receivers probably do with the vision. But yeah, I mean the more you can have, the better. It's not quite going to be like the old Sean Landetta, punter one where you hit the one bar, but it provides enough, but I really like it. It's been a good transition, smooth transition, which is all I could ask for. It's another important step, and I think you play 4 preseason games, and everyone's getting lots of different reps. And I think this week has mimicked much more of a regular season week. And we still had quite a few meetings and stuff at night, which we don't have as much during the season. But just in terms of the install and scouting reports and getting to know our opponents, we've had extra time to watch our own film study. So I think everyone likes to feel like they're getting accustomed to what is coming, and hopefully we can go out and play really well. So again, we got a few more weeks till they all matter, and I think we're just trying to stress the urgency and get guys to really understand what we're getting into and what it takes to prepare and go out and play consistently every single week. So it should be a great test. We're all attention's divided in a little bit, from the coaches to the players, and us trying to obviously get ready for the regular season, but still get ready for the opponent that we're playing. And we're practicing against each other, and then some periods we're practicing for Carolina. Some we're just focusing on individual things that are going to help us over the course of the year. So it's just a lot of things happening. We're trying to prepare for a lot of things. But that's kind of typical this time of year. And if you've been through it, hopefully you've been able to adjust. So there's just a lot happening here shortly, and I think we got to be as prepared as possible to be ready to go, for our opener. That's what it's all about, getting ready for that game. Yeah, I think the thing when you get in the games is just the timing is different because they can actually hit you, and in practice, the rushers come and they stop, so you get a false sense of security of how long you can hold on to the ball, and when they don't stop, you got to get rid of the ball quicker. You got to make faster decisions. Your footwork has to be better. Your pre-snap reads have to be better. So all those things time up, and I like to be someone that can really anticipate things and be really efficient with what I'm doing. And the more time you have actually doing it, the better. And there's only one way to simulate it. That's to play. So when you get out there and play, you take advantage of the experience. And I've also had a lot of games and a lot of experience doing it. So naturally, it comes back relatively quickly, but I think it's still really important to get out there and feel it and do it. And not too many players I've ever played with that can just seamlessly go out there and, like they never left. But there's been a couple. But, I feel like I get out there and play a little bit and feel the timing and try to really get up to game speed as best as possible. Yeah, I think it's definitely, I've had that experience a lot too, It's just, again, you don't get hit for 6 or 7 months. A lot of the times the way to prepare for it is to actually do it, and just not having a chance to do it, you get rusty, and I think you got to figure out how to get that stuff and shake that off, and then be as prepared as possible for when they count for real. I think it's just different stages at different times. I mean, whether it's Kenny or other players, you have setbacks with injuries and so forth, and you don't get to work. But when you are out there, you just try to get up to speed as best you can. So spending extra time when you're available. I think that's important. Kenny was here at the end of last year, so had a lot of reps with him, and hopefully he can make the most of his opportunity. I think everyone's really trying to do that this time of year. Is whatever chance they get, you got to go out there and you got to show something. You got to really show to the coaches, to the personnel people that you can be dependable and trusted, and you can get out there and make the plays that are going to help us win. Yeah, definitely. I said, everything's really important. I think gaining trust in people is more than just about being on the field. It's attitude in the morning in the weight room. Anytime we're interacting in the locker room, whether you're involved or not involved, what kind of conversations people are having, and how important football is and how important it is to making that a big part of your life. And I think those coaches are judging all the players on that all the time. And everyone's putting a lot into it. And if we want to get a lot out of it, that's what we have to do. I think so. Yes and no. It doesn't magically happen, I know that. But at the same time, when you play with guys for a long period of time, I think the body language, kind of things that they may do really well, things they may do maybe not as well. The coaches have those things too. So the experience you have with certain players, I think, is very helpful. But at the same time, I don't think you take it for granted. And you got to get out there and practice it. You got to see, and gain that daily trust. And big part of it is things change over the course of an off season. They change over the course of a season, game plan, new routes, new schemes, new matchups. And you got to go out there and show it on the practice field so that we can all gain trust in each other. It's pretty similar. I think the way we've done it have been pretty similar over the years. So it's just been kind of, you see the schedule and the timing of things. But it'll come back pretty quickly. I'm glad we got 2 games under our belt, but both have been at home, and it's definitely the travel and so forth. And it's always nice going away. I feel like we're kind of all going to accomplish something, and we're really focused. There's no distractions. It's all about playing a football game and trying to take another step that we need to take in order for us to be prepared for the opener.